Let's make some flying geese. Today I'm making 3.5 by 6.5 flying geese units. So I start out with 3.5-inch squares, double the amount of rectangles that are 3.5 by 6. So what I'm going to do is show you how to make these and make them accurately so they come out right every time. First thing you can do is place a mark from corner to corner once on each of your blocks. I marked that in marker. I hope you can see it. That is going to lay from one upper left corner to the bottom middle. And then you're going to sew on that line. Now, on the line is fine, but I find that I do a little bit more accurate flying geese if I sew just to the left of that line or towards the side that you're going to be trimming off. So once we trim this off, this will fold down, and that is 1/2 of your flying geese unit. So I'm just going to follow the left edge. I'm actually touching the line. Just use a regular 1.8 or 2.0 stitch. Okay. I'm going to cut our threads off. And the next step is to cut the discarded, well, actually you could put another line of stitching right about here, maybe about a 1/2 inch up, and you'll have an extra half square triangle, which I'll show you how to make in another video. But for now, we're just going to trim 1/4 of an inch away from our seam that we just stitched, and this will be the result of it. So now we're just going to cut these, and I can pretty much eyeball 1/4 of an inch, but you're welcome to take it to your rotary mat and rotary cutter and cut it perfectly accurately. Now when you're pressing these, usually they have you press toward, and I say they, I mean pattern writers make you press these towards this corner piece, usually. So go ahead and do that, but well, I have a, there we go. Go ahead and press here on the ends first, and then run your iron through the middle. Do not stretch this with your iron with aggressive pressing or ironing. Just go ahead and press it on the edges and then towards the middle. And I'm going to do that on my ironing board right now. Okay, so there's our seam pressed towards the dark fabric here, or towards our smaller square. Now take another square and go ahead and mark it. And you're going to lay it just a mirror image of your other one. So you're going to put your line, the beginning of your line, up on your right hand corner and run it all the way down to your bottom here. And then we're going to sew. Now this is the part that will be discarded this time. So we want to run our stitch line touching this line, but on this side. So whichever end that you're going to be trimming, that's the side of the line you want to sew on. So it's not always on the right or the left. It could be either. And you can see I've just sewn just to the side of that line. So let me go ahead and show you what you can do to make another little extra pieced block. I'm gonna go, let's say, about a 1/2 inch maybe, away from that stitched line we just made. Okay, and so now all we have to do is cut in between those two lines. And here's what we have. We have another little block that we can use on another project, or in our borders, or on our backing even of our quilt. So you can just save that. And then here we are with the rest of our Flying Geese unit. Let me press this one. Okay, so there's our other Flying Geese. I have 4 of these to make for the project I'm working on right now, and I'm going to measure and see that it is exactly 3.5 by 6.5. So that's what works for me. I hope that helps you. And if you're participating in any of my sew-alongs, refer back to this video if you need to brush up on Flying Geese. Have fun!